You're now watching Q News. Here are the top stories for this hour. We start with polling stations that have opened across Germany, initiating a national election expected to see Friedrich Merz's Conservative Party regain power, while the far-right Alternative for Germany is set to achieve its best ever performance. Although Merz's CDU-CSU bloc leads in polls, a majority seems unlikely due to the fragmented political landscape, complicating coalition negotiations. This could leave Chancellor Olaf Scholz in a caretaker position, hindering crucial economic revival efforts as public sentiment shifts negatively. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has participated in national elections. The election is anticipated to return power to Friedrich Merz's Conservative Party, while the far-right Alternative for Germany is predicted to secure its highest ever result in Germany, Europe's struggling economic leader. Scholz, accompanied by his wife Greta Ernst, arrived at the polling station in Potsdam and refrained from making any statements after casting his vote. Hamas has condemned Israel's delay of Palestinian detainees, saying that Israel aims to evade the obligations under the Gaza ceasefire agreement. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said today that freeing Palestinians under the deal would be delayed until Hamas ends its humiliating ceremonies while releasing Israeli detainees, issuing a new demand not spelled out in the ceasefire agreement. Hamas said the detainee handover ceremony does not include any insult to them, but rather reflects the noble, humane treatment of them. Hamas called on mediators to intervene to hold Israel to the terms of a deal. U.S. President Donald Trump has said that detainees released by Hamas were not in great shape. Hamas freed 6 detainees from Gaza, the last living Israeli detainees slated for release under the first phase of a ceasefire agreement that began last month. But hours after the Israeli detainees were handed over, Israel had yet to release the more than 600 Palestinian detainees it had agreed to let go in exchange.
Given back today, it's disgraceful what's going on there. They're not in great shape, but we've also seen them in worse shape.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has warned that Hamas will be destroyed if it does not release all remaining detainees held in Gaza. Rubio wrote on X that Hamas's treatment of detainees, including its brutal murder of the Bibas family, further illustrates their savagery and yet another reason why the U.S. says Hamas must release all the detainees immediately or be destroyed. The foreign ministers of Norway, Espen Barth Eide, and Spain, José Manuel Alvarez, have reaffirmed their country's position to U.S. President Donald Trump's plan to displace the people of Gaza. Norwegian Foreign Minister Espen Barth Eide expressed concern about certain indications regarding the displacement of Palestinians to other territories, calling such action a violation of international law. Spanish Foreign Minister José Manuel Alvarez affirmed that Gaza is Palestinian land and that Spain fully supports the Palestinian people, stating that they must remain in Gaza.
Under South Africa's G20 presidency,
the Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz has said 40,000 Palestinians have so far evacuated from the Jenin, Tulkarm and Nur Shams refugee camps and are now empty of residents. In a statement, Katz said he had ordered the army to stay in the occupied West Bank refugee camps for the next year. He added that UNRWA activities in the camps has also been stopped. That comes as the Israeli army has been carrying out a large operation in the northern West Bank. It announced that Israeli tanks would be used in the Jenin operation for the first time in the West Bank since 2002. A funeral procession has taken place today for former Secretary General Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah and Executive Council Chief Sayyid Hashim Safiuddin in Beirut. Tens of thousands have gathered with delegations from 79 countries in attendance, including high-ranking figures from Iran, Iraq, Yemen and other countries. Security measures have been intensified by Hezbollah and Lebanese authorities. This concludes our top stories for this hour. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more updates on Q News.